Welcome back, guys. For the answers of the quiz Fight or Flight, we'll be starting and being swift for this. I'll be expecting you people to answer in the comments. Let's expect a good participation. So, this is the first question. In this question, you had to look for tactic and infamously used tactic by the Japanese as the tide of war was not turned from them. You could have guessed Japanese from there. And it was kamikaze. Even Eminem brought in a album called Kamikaze about 2017 or 2018. And so we'll move to the next question. So in this question, you had to look to the theme. The theme here was education, Faculty of Fine Arts, Faculty of Town Planning, 19 certificates of private education. So the root Latin word six was here. So six, it is used for semester for 6 months, right? So the answer was the first semester. If you had given semester would work for me. So this is a rather interesting question. So something which is not usually used in supercomputers was used here. It was the PlayStation 3. It was used for energy efficiency and other stuff. It was cheaper to build it this way. And the fourth question we have, Omar Sheikh was a terrorist. So for this questions we gave hints as kidnapped, and he was released in 1999. Something very important from 1999 and flight is the Kandhar hijack. So in Kandhar hijack there was a hostage exchange. In a few people who exchanged there, one of which is very popular. I believe you can give the name in comments, and the other is this guy who's We'll move to the next question. So you're using the X gun to fire something at the jet engines to test its durability. So what they're emulating the conditions in the airborne region where birds fly into the jet engines. So this is the chicken or bird gun. So that is how it works. So let's move to the next question. Uh, so the name X Express is coming. So the X has a strain of marijuana. It is a very popular Seth Rogen movie, Hawaii, and also Mango Color Tail. Mango was given so that you could have thought of some fruit. So this is the Pineapple Express, and but the Pineapple Express is also a movie from 2008. So in this question, this is a very good question from so X and Y, where Y meant measuring out, and X is something from the mythology. X and Y both are from the mythology. They form one word. So from this part, from the lower half, you would have got that mytho reference. So it is Pushpak Viman, and this guy is calling all the mythological aerial things as a hot air balloon. One of which was Pushpak Viman. So, in this question, the reference could be taken that the ball keeps the barbaric and savage out, and it is at the edge of Roman Empire, made of something quite different. So, yes, it is the wall from the Game of Thrones. And the next question. So, this was a rather crackable and a good question, where you could have thought why everybody was going again for wars, even when they could have lost many resources. So this was due to the policy of 1 year terms for Roman consuls, and everybody, as they wanted glory and legacy for them, so everybody was very desperate to do it in their own terms. So that is why they went for wars in every year and very frequently. So then we'll go for the question number 10. This is the idea that we are talking about. This is the image. This is not, I believe not everybody would have got this. This was a tricky question. So this is a butterfly effect. So people think that the butterfly's wing would cause a tornado in Texas. So this is how the butterfly effect got its name. So on the 11th question, X was a set of computers. Naming system, I believe Marvel fans would have got this. This is Colossus and Mark 1 and Mark 2. Moving to the next question. Cool. So the Finnish army recaptured the city. They played a fast song for every vital frequency over 6 months. So for every vital frequency, you could have got that these are radio mines, radio controlled mines. And after 6 months, they were able to remove those because the batteries died out. So as the batteries died out, equipments could be used and it would be moved out because it won't blow up. Next question. So this is something. You can call it a science question. So I believe a lot of people would know about Dow process. So from where uh, we use seawater to get magnesium. So this is magnesium. It was used in their planes and also used for flares and traces. I believe you know about Dow chemicals too. Next, moving to question number 14. So, William the Conqueror from 1066, what he did was he put French people in Anglo-Saxon areas, so Norman French people. So, what happened here is a very popular thing that happens. Like the naming of the food that was made from the animals, the cooked name was from French origin, while the living animal had the English name only. So, for example, cow and beef, swine and ham, mutton and sheep. I hope you get it. So, let's go to the next question. So, this a very popular brand, tired of it, and you would get it even when you don't want it. So, this is spam. So, we'll move to the next question now. So, talking about this unusual action in the scene. So, biceps were getting sore, and then most known for the large scale stunts. I believe only one name will come into your mind. That is Mission Impossible. And this scene is the Henry Cavill scene in the bathroom. Mission Impossible 6 Fallout. Cool. Question number 17. So, one of the greatest mysteries of our time, and also after knowing one of the greatest mysteries of our time and the theme of the quiz, fight or flight, you should have thought about MH370, which is the plane that got disappeared, and hence you could have got the answer. Moving to the next question. Question 8. So, Battle of X took place in the village of X, and X has been most voluminous and reckless spending in sports history of recent times. So you could have got the answer that it's the Battle of the Stamford Bridge, and Stamford could have got you for the sports connect. Okay, so Abe traveled to New York City and all stuff. From the 1770s and 1780s, somebody important and New York City would have got you George Washington. And this is the origin of spying, the first spying in the world that was called the Culpel Ring. If you give me the first spying or even spying, I'll give you points. So the image that follows up the type of fencing that we were talking about, it was used for the civilian population of London and it was an emergency equipment. So these are the equipments. If you see closely, these holdings over here could be used for something. So these are stretchers. So, as an emergency, many people could have got damaged. So, these could be used as stretchers, and they were mass produced. So, these were used as fences so that they can be brought up whenever in use. So, at the time, it was the Blitz, or you could have given me the Battle Britain. Cool. So question number 21, this third last question of the quiz, I guess. So if you imagine this, whatever this is happening, so something is coming from the sailing to the capital city, and then the capital city is fighting back by throwing things using catapults and wreaking havoc on the fleet. So, what famous sequence that comes to your mind? It is the Battle of the Blackwater Bay from the Game of Thrones. So, let's go to the next question. A lot of Game of Thrones questions. Uh, to combat the stalemate of trench warfare, World War One. So this is a rather very good question. So speed and accuracy in the chaotic close quarter fighting, but the one we know are not good at it. So these are Stormtroopers. I believe you know how good they are at accuracy and speed. Let's go to the next question. So the satirical post circulated in 1946 deals in this irony. So this is a post-World War II Germany to clean something. 1945 for 1946 there's a black sheep. If you see the image, if you read it clearly, it says "Nazificate" or something. So this is denazification. I hope you get the answers. Thank you for joining us in the quiz. Today we have In Cube, the business quiz. This is for yesterday, and thank you.